Well, that was no fun, Canes fans, was it? Not at all. 30-13 the final. As Miami loses to a now 5-win Virginia team who will be playing Virginia Tech next week in order to become bowl eligible. Meanwhile, Miami stuck at 6 wins, playing Pitt at 7 p.m. Yes, another night game. 7 p.m. on Saturday night at Sun Life Stadium, which is sure to be packed. First, before we even start analyzing what the heck I just watched on a Saturday night, let's send all of our thoughts and prayers out to Miami receiver Herb Waters, who was carted off the field and taken to a Virginia hospital after it looked like he suffered some sort of a head injury. It didn't, the contact actually didn't look that hard, but, game of football, weird things happen. So all of our thoughts and prayers are to Herb. All of the initial reports out of the locker room that I'm seeing on Twitter are that he's doing okay so far, so that he's conscious and talking and stuff like that. So all of our thoughts and prayers are to Herb, and of course, as soon as I hear anything or see anything, I will put it up on the Twitter at Miami Radio Beast. All right, let's get to this game, if you can even call it that. And I just got done reading Barry Jackson's analysis from his Sports Buzz blog, which he shot off the presses as soon as this game ended, and I agree with Barry. So this is not an original thought. This loss for Miami is really the only loss that you can say is completely unacceptable and without excuse this year. You lose to Louisville with a freshman quarterback, okay. You lose to Nebraska out there, tough road environment, okay. Abdullah was great in that game, couldn't stop the run. You lose to Florida State, well, they've won 27 in a row now, and blah, 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 blah. But losing to a Virginia team that's not as good, not as talented, not in a real tough place to play, just unacceptable. There's no excuses. I don't want to hear, it was the FSU game beat us twice. No excuses. And Al Golden came out in the post-game presser, according to all of my fellow writers that went up there, and said, hey, it's on me. Well, Al, it is on you. It is on you. That's the problem I think we've come to, is that it is on you. I'm actually, at this point, the best thing that I can say is that I was supposed to go on the trip up to Charlottesville, got sick earlier in the week, ended up putting off the trip, which saved me a bunch of money, but also saved me from watching this game, 1, in person, but 2, being in that post-game press conference and being forced to ask really difficult questions that probably wouldn't get answered the way that we may want to get answered. And it's just, I think we've reached the point, kids. I think we've reached the point. At this point, Al Golden's record is eerily similar to Randy Shannon's. There's 1 game left against Pittsburgh. It's a bad Pittsburgh team. If Miami goes out and loses next week, well, I'll just say this. If Miami goes and loses to Pittsburgh next week, bye, Al. I mean, I'm sorry. Bye, Al. I'm as big a homer and lover of this program as anybody. I mean, look what shirt I'm wearing, right? That's the shirt I'm wearing, okay? This comes from a time when this meant something. Now I really don't know what this means. And something's got to be done to get this thing back on track. In all of my heart, I believe that Al Golden was that guy. And there's like 2% of this much of my heart that still trying to cling on to the fact that he is. But it is, that light is dimming and going out very quickly here. It's just, Miami at this point, I mean, Miami's more talent. I'm looking on the field, looking at the guys that are wearing the orange and green uniform, and there's more talent. There's no reason to have lost this game. So we'll see what happens, but at this point, Miami cannot reach the 9-win total they got to last year. Miami can't reach the 8-win total that I had said was my benchmark for keeping Al Golden around and keeping the staff intact this season. And really not much else to say. Listen, I'm proud of Denzel Perryman. Fought his ass off on Saturday night here. He's a stud. He's making himself money. Clive Walford, he never gave up. That guy, man, I'll take him on any team, anytime, anywhere. Duke Johnson, I know he fumbled, but he made up for it after that. Ran tough. Still got 88 yards. Now is just, less than 40 away from breaking the all-time record. So I'm proud of those guys. Not much else to be proud of tonight from that game. Not much. And Al Golden, you're right, that is on you. And I'm not sure what that says, but it can't be good. So we'll see what happens. As I always says, it will take care of itself. Unfortunately, for those of you that want change right now, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Blake James is going to, tell Al Golden on the plane ride home, listen, buddy, you're done. I don't think that's happening. I'd be really surprised if that was happening. But we'll see what happens when this game against Pittsburgh is in the books. A loss to Pitt, and I think it would be really hard for Blake to keep the staff intact. Really hard. A win against Pitt, and I don't know. At this point, all bets are off. And I'm stammering, and I have no idea what I'm saying because I still can't understand what happened tonight. How do you lose that game? Just unacceptable. All right, that'll do it for me. I think I've gone on long enough, and anything else that I say at this point will not be redeeming. That'll do it for me. You can catch more of my stuff if you'd like. As always, I'm on the Eric Reed Show with Leroy Horde, 1 to 3 every weekday afternoon on The Ticket, 104.3 The Ticket, theticketmiami.com, and I contribute to CaneInsider.com, so you can check the stuff out there at Cane Insider, along with all the best Canes news and recruiting news and all that stuff. Michael Bradley and the gang do a great job at Cane Insider. So for everyone at The Ticket and Cane Insider, I will see when I see a Canes fans. Not a good one tonight. Hopefully next week will be better. Hopefully.